Stop right now. Before you watch another video, before you scroll away, take a deep breath and listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. What if I told you that every memory, every experience, every thought you've ever had, not just in this lifetime, but in all your lifetimes, is recorded somewhere? What if I told you that every choice you've made, every relationship you've formed, every skill you've mastered across thousands of years is stored in a cosmic library that you can access? And what if I told you that today, after centuries of being hidden from humanity, I'm going to reveal exactly how to unlock this cosmic database of your soul's complete history? This isn't science fiction. This isn't fantasy. This is the reality of the Akashic Records, the most closely guarded spiritual secret in human history. My name is your name, and today I'm going to show you not only what the Akashic Records truly are, but the exact step-by-step method to access them yourself. Not in years of practice, not after paying thousands to so-called gurus, but today, after watching this video. The knowledge you're about to receive has been deliberately hidden from humanity for thousands of years by those who didn't want you to discover your true power. The elite, the gatekeepers of spiritual knowledge, have always known that a person who can access their Akashic Records becomes impossible to control. But today, that all changes. For you. The term Akasha comes from ancient Sanskrit, meaning sky, space, or ether. The concept existed long before modern spirituality packaged it for mass consumption. The Akashic Records are essentially the energetic imprint of everything that has ever happened in all dimensions of reality. Imagine the universe as a quantum computer, recording every single event, thought, and possibility across infinite timelines. Now, imagine that you, yes, you, have administrator access to this cosmic database. But here's what most people don't understand about the Akashic Records. They aren't just a passive library where information is stored. They are a living, breathing, interactive field of consciousness that responds to your intentions and vibrations. When you access your Akashic Records, you're not just reading information. You're communing with the very fabric of reality itself. You're bypassing the artificial constructs of time and space to directly interface with the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Most people who claim to teach about the Akashic Records are only scratching the surface. They'll tell you it's a place to discover past lives or find your purpose, and while those things are true, they're just the tip of the iceberg. The Akashic Records contain the complete history of your soul across all dimensions and timelines, the contracts and agreements your soul made before incarnating, the karmic patterns you're working to resolve in this lifetime, the hidden talents and abilities you've mastered in previous lives, the future possibilities that exist based on your current vibration, the true nature of your relationships with every person in your life. But perhaps most importantly, the Akashic Records contain the truth about who you really are, beyond the limited identity you've been conditioned to accept. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like there's more to you than what you've been told? Have you ever had dreams or intuitive flashes that seem to come from somewhere beyond your current life experience? Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you've known them for eternity? These aren't coincidences. These are moments when the veil between your conscious mind and the Akashic field momentarily thins, allowing you glimpses of your true, infinite nature. But why should you have to settle for occasional glimpses when you could have full conscious access anytime you choose? Let's address the elephant in the room. If the Akashic Records are so accessible, why isn't everyone using them? Why do so many people try and fail to access this cosmic library? The answer is both simple and profound. Programming. From the moment you were born, you've been programmed to believe that you are limited, that mystical abilities are for the chosen few, that accessing higher dimensions of consciousness requires decades of practice or special gifts. This programming wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate strategy to keep humanity disconnected from their true power. Because a person who can access their Akashic records is no longer dependent on external authorities for guidance, wisdom, or truth. But there's another, deeper reason why most people fail to access their records. They're trying to use mental techniques to access a non-mental reality. The Akashic records exist beyond the mind. They exist in the field of pure consciousness, and you cannot access pure consciousness through the thinking mind. This is why meditation alone often fails. This is why visualization techniques fall short. This is why repeating prayers or mantras might not get you there. The conventional spiritual methods you've been taught are like trying to access the internet with a typewriter. They're simply not designed for the task. What you need instead is a direct connection, a way to bypass the thinking mind entirely and shift your awareness directly into the Akashic field. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. But first, I need to address 3 common myths about the Akashic records that may be blocking your access. Myth 1. Only specially gifted people can access the Akashic records. This is perhaps the most insidious lie of all. The truth is, your ability to access the records is your birthright as a conscious being. You don't need special gifts. You already have everything you need built into your energetic makeup. Myth 2. You need years of spiritual practice to access the records. While spiritual practice can certainly help clear the mental and energetic blockages that might interfere with your access, the records themselves are immediately accessible once you know the correct approach. It's not about how long you've been meditating. It's about whether you're using the right key. Myth 3. Accessing the records is dangerous or can open you to negative entities. This fear-based myth has kept countless seekers from exploring their records. The truth is, the Akashic field operates at such a high vibrational frequency that lower energies simply cannot exist there. When you properly access your records, you are automatically protected by the field itself. Now, before I reveal the method, I want you to ask yourself, are you truly ready to see beyond the veil? Are you prepared to discover who you really are, beyond the stories you've been told about yourself? Are you willing to take responsibility for the infinite being that you truly are? If your answer is yes, then let's continue. But fair warning, once you see the truth, you can never unsee it. Your life will never be the same. Now we come to the heart of this revelation, the 7 sacred keys that will unlock your access to the Akashic records. What I'm about to share with you isn't just theory or philosophy. These are practical, actionable steps that you can begin implementing immediately. Key 1. The Sacred Gateway of Intention. The Akashic records respond first and foremost to clear intention. Before you attempt to access your records, you must first clarify exactly why you're seeking access. Is it for healing? For guidance? For understanding your soul's journey? Your intention creates a vibrational signature that the records recognize. It's like entering a password that grants you access to specific areas of the cosmic database. The clearer and more focused your intention, the more direct and relevant your access will be. Try this right now. Close your eyes and state clearly in your mind, I intend to access my Akashic records for the highest good of my soul as evolution. Feel the resonance of this intention in your entire being. This simple act begins to align your energy with the frequency of the records. Key 2. The quantum breath. Your breath is the bridge between dimensions. It's the most fundamental rhythm of your existence, and when used consciously, it becomes a powerful tool for shifting your consciousness beyond the physical plane. The quantum breath technique involves inhaling slowly for a count of 7, holding for a count of 4, and exhaling for a count of 9. This specific pattern creates a harmonic resonance in your energy field that attunes you to the frequency of the Akashic field. Do this for 5 to 7 cycles, and you'll notice a subtle shift in your awareness, a slight expansion beyond your normal perception. This is the beginning of your energetic alignment with the records. Key 3. Heart coherence activation. The heart, not the brain, is your primary organ of perception when it comes to accessing higher dimensions. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field far stronger than your brain, and when this field is coherent, it creates a stable platform for interdimensional access. To activate heart coherence, place your attention in the center of your chest and breathe gently in and out of this area while feeling a sense of appreciation or gratitude. This emotional state creates a coherent pattern in your heart's electromagnetic field that resonates with the Akashic frequency. Maintain this state for 2-3 minutes, and you'll feel a warm expansion in your chest. This is your heart field opening to receive information from the records. Key 4. The Sacred Sound Code. Sound has been used by ancient traditions for thousands of years to access higher states of consciousness. There are specific frequencies that vibrationally align you with the Akashic field. The most powerful of these is the sound Akasha. Pronounce each syllable slowly, allowing the vibration to resonate through your entire body. The A opens the heart center, the Ka activates the third eye, and the Sha connects you to the cosmic field. Repeat this sacred sound 3 times, allowing it to vibrate through your entire being. You may notice a subtle tingling or expansion as your energy field begins to synchronize with the Akashic vibration. Key 5. The Veil Dissolution Visualization. While the Akashic records aren't accessible through visualization alone, a specific type of visualization can help dissolve the perceptual barriers that separate your consciousness from the records. Imagine a thin veil of golden light in front of you. See this veil as the boundary between your everyday awareness and the vast field of the Akashic records. Now, instead of trying to push through this veil, imagine it simply dissolving into particles of light that are absorbed into your energy field. The key distinction here is that you're not going somewhere else. You're allowing the records to come to you by dissolving the illusory barrier between your consciousness and the field itself. Key 6. The Sacred Portal Phrase. Words have power, especially when spoken with intention and alignment. There is a specific phrase that, when spoken from a state of heart coherence, acts as a direct command to your higher consciousness to open access to your records. The phrase is, "I command my consciousness to align with the Akashic field. I access my complete soul history now, in accordance with divine timing and for my highest good." Speak this phrase aloud 3 times, with full conviction and presence. Feel the authority of your own divine nature as you make this command. Key 7. Surrender and Receptivity. The final key is perhaps the most challenging for our control-oriented minds, yet it's essential for genuine access. After implementing the first 6 keys, you must completely surrender to the experience without expectation or attachment to specific outcomes. The Akashic records don't conform to our mental concepts or expectations. They will present information in the way that's most accessible and relevant for your current level of consciousness, which may come through feelings, symbols, knowings, or direct experiences rather than words or images. Remain in a state of open receptivity, allowing the information to flow through you without analysis or interpretation in the moment. Trust that even if you don't immediately understand everything you're receiving, the wisdom is being integrated at levels beyond your conscious awareness. Now, let's put all 7 keys together in a complete protocol that you can use immediately after this video. What I'm about to share with you is the complete step-by-step protocol for accessing your Akashic records. This is a synthesized approach that integrates ancient wisdom with modern understanding of consciousness. Follow these steps exactly as I present them. Step 1. Create sacred space. Find a quiet location where you won't be disturbed for at least 30 minutes. Turn off all electronic devices except for the one you're using to follow this guide. Light a candle if available, as fire is an elemental bridge between dimensions. Step 2. Align your intention. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Take a moment to clearly formulate why you're accessing your records. What specific guidance or information are you seeking? State this intention silently 3 times. Step 3. Implement the quantum breath. Begin the breathing pattern I described earlier. Inhale for 7, hold for 4, exhale for 9. Continue this for 7 complete cycles, feeling your awareness expand with each breath. Step 4. Activate heart coherence. Place your attention in your heart center. Breathe gently into this area while feeling genuine appreciation or gratitude. Maintain this for 2 to 3 minutes until you feel the warm expansion in your chest. Step 5. Recite the sacred sound code. From this heart-centered state, slowly and reverently speak the sound Akasha 3 times, allowing each syllable to vibrate through your entire being. Step 6. Implement the veil dissolution. Visualize the golden veil before you, representing the boundary between ordinary consciousness and the Akashic field. See this veil gently dissolving into particles of light that are absorbed into your energy field. Step 7. Speak the portal. Phrase with clear intention and authority, speak aloud 3 times. I command my consciousness to align with the Akashic field. I access my complete soul history now, in accordance with divine timing and for my highest good. Step 8. Enter receptive surrender. Release all expectations and simply be present with whatever arises. Information may come as feelings, symbols, direct knowing, or even seemingly random thoughts or images. Don't analyze during the experience. Simply receive. Step 9. Ask your first question. Once you feel the subtle shift that indicates you've accessed the records each use, which may feel like an expansion, a change in the quality of light behind your closed eyes, or simply a different quality of awareness, ask your first question. Keep it clear and specific. Step 10. Record your experience. After your session, which may last anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes, immediately write down everything you experienced, even if it doesn't make logical sense. The meaning often becomes clear in the hours and days following your access. Step 11. Close the records. When you're ready to conclude your session, simply state, I now close this connection to my Akashic Records with gratitude for the wisdom received. Take 3 deep breaths and gently return your awareness to your physical surroundings. This protocol may seem simple, but its power lies in the precise combination and sequence of these steps. Each element builds upon the previous one, creating a harmonic resonance that aligns your consciousness with the frequency of the Akashic field. Remember, accessing your records is a skill that improves with practice. Your first sessions may be subtle, but with consistent application of this protocol, your access will become clearer and more profound. Now that you have the complete protocol, let's talk about what you might experience when you successfully access your records and how to interpret the information you receive. First, understand that the Akashic Records don't communicate in straightforward, linear language. They speak in the language of consciousness itself, which often manifests as symbols, feelings, direct knowings, or seemingly random images or impressions. Here are some common experiences people have during their first successful access. A subtle shift in perception. Many people report a feeling that the quality of light changes, even behind closed eyes. Others describe a sensation of expansion, as if the boundaries of their awareness have suddenly widened. Symbolic imagery. You might see symbols, colors, or scenes that seem to arise spontaneously in your awareness. These symbols are often deeply personal and may relate to your specific question or intention. Emotional resonance. Sometimes the records communicate through feelings or emotional states. You might suddenly feel a profound sense of peace, or perhaps a wave of sadness tied to a past life experience relevant to your question. Direct knowing. Perhaps the most common experience is simply knowing something you didn't know before, without any visual or sensory experience to accompany it. This download of information bypasses the thinking mind entirely. Time distortion, Many people report that time seems to flow differently during an Akashic session. What feels like minutes might actually be much longer, as your consciousness temporarily operates outside the constraints of linear time. When interpreting what you receive, keep these guidelines in mind. Trust your first impressions. The initial impression you receive is often the most accurate, before your logical mind has a chance to analyze or doubt it. Look for patterns across sessions. Sometimes information becomes clearer when you begin to notice patterns emerging across multiple sessions. Distinguish between mental chatter and true guidance. Akashic information has a different quality than your normal thoughts. It often feels like it's coming through you, rather than from you. Be patient with symbolic communication. If you receive symbols or images that don't immediately make sense, sit with them patiently. Ask for clarification within the records, or journal about them afterward to uncover their meaning. Apply the information practically. The ultimate test of the value of any Akashic information is whether it improves your life when applied. The records are meant to be practical, not just fascinating. One important note: your access to certain information may be temporarily limited if you're not yet ready to integrate it. This is a protective mechanism designed by your higher self, not a limitation of your ability to access the records. Trust that you'll receive exactly what you need when you're ready to receive it. Now, what specific questions should you ask during your sessions? Here are some powerful questions to begin with. What is the primary lesson my soul is seeking to learn in this lifetime? What talents or abilities have I mastered in previous lifetimes that I can access now? What is the karmic origin of my current challenge with a specific issue? What soul contracts have I made with specific person? How can I align more fully with my soul's purpose in this lifetime? These questions will help you extract meaningful, practical guidance from your records that you can apply to your current life situations. As you become more comfortable with accessing your records, you may want to explore some advanced techniques that can deepen your experience. Timeline navigation. Once in your records, you can navigate to specific time periods or lifetimes by simply stating your intention to view that particular timeline. For example, I intend to view the lifetime most relevant to my current relationship patterns. Healing integration. You can use your records access to facilitate deep healing by identifying the root causes of current challenges and past experiences, then consciously releasing the energetic patterns associated with those experiences. Future possibility scanning. The records contain not just your past, but the probability field of your future based on your current vibration and choices. You can scan these probability fields for guidance on important decisions. Soul group communication. Advanced practitioners can access not just their own records, but can also receive information about their soul group, the cluster of souls they've incarnated with repeatedly throughout many lifetimes. Now, let's address some common obstacles you might encounter and how to overcome them. Obstacle 1. Mental chatter. If your mind keeps interrupting with thoughts or doubts, don't fight it. Instead, acknowledge the thoughts and gently return to the heart-coherent state before continuing. With practice, the mental noise will naturally subside. Obstacle 2. Falling asleep. Some people find they drift off to sleep during their first attempts. This usually happens when you're too relaxed without enough focused awareness. Try sitting upright rather than lying down, and perhaps practice at a time when you're naturally more alert. Obstacle 3. Nothing happens. If you feel like nothing is happening, recognize that your expectations might be getting in the way. The experience is often much more subtle than people expect. Look for the most subtle shifts in your awareness and trust that the process is working even if it's not dramatic. Obstacle 4. Overwhelming emotions. Sometimes accessing your records can trigger strong emotional releases, especially if you connect with challenging past life experiences. If this happens, take a break, ground yourself, and return when you feel ready. These emotional releases are actually part of the healing process. Obstacle 5. Disbelief. Your logical mind may try to dismiss your experiences as imagination or fabrication. This is normal. The key is to test the information you receive against your life experience. Does applying it create positive change? That's the ultimate validation. Remember, developing your Akashic access is like developing any skill. It improves with consistent practice. Don't be discouraged if your first attempts seem subtle or unclear. Keep applying the protocol I've shared, and your access will deepen and clarify over time. We've covered a lot of ground today. You now have in your possession one of the most powerful spiritual tools available to humanity: direct access to your soul's complete history through the Akashic Records. This knowledge has the potential to completely transform your life, to heal your deepest wounds, to unlock your greatest gifts, and to align you with your true purpose. But knowledge alone isn't enough. You must apply what you've learned. So here's what I want you to do right now. Commit to your first session. Before this day ends, set aside 30 minutes to implement the complete protocol I've shared. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Subscribe to this channel. If you've found value in this revelation, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss my upcoming videos that will dive even deeper into specific applications of the Akashic Records for healing, manifestation, and spiritual growth. Share your experience. After your first session, come back to this video and share your experience in the comments. What insights did you receive? What challenges did you encounter? Your share might help others on their journey. Join our community. For those who want ongoing support and advanced training in Akashic Access, I've created a private community where like-minded seekers can share experiences, ask questions, and continue developing their skills together. The link is in the description below. Remember, you are not just a physical being having an occasional spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a temporary physical experience. Your access to the Akashic Records is simply you remembering who you truly are, a vast, eternal consciousness with an infinite history and limitless potential. The veil of forgetting that descends upon us at birth was never meant to be permanent. It was only meant to create the conditions for genuine choice and authentic growth. Now, you have the key to lift that veil whenever you choose. Use this gift wisely. Use it with reverence. Use it to create a life aligned with your highest truth. If this video has opened your eyes to something new, if you've learned something that resonates with your soul, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share this video with those who are ready for this knowledge.